The word of the Lord today is for signs and wonders only. For signs and wonders only. This is the word that the Lord gave me today as I was meditating and I was just thinking of the things of God. The Lord dropped in my spirit for signs and wonders only. You know, pausing for a second, it's dropped in my spirit just to explain meditating to somebody, because as I said this, I could feel a check in my spirit when the Lord is saying to me that to just explain this, because some people, when you say you're meditating on the word of God, they think of meditating like yoga meditating or things of that nature. You know, meditating in that sense, guys, it's like you clear your mind and then other things come in as you relax your body in sections and think. Meditating is when I focus, my focal point is the things of God, thinking about his word, thinking about his goodness, thinking about who he is. That's meditating. So I want to make that clear. For some reason, the Lord stopped me that I need to clear that up. Okay. So guys, as I was meditating on the things of God, he put it in my spirit for signs and wonders only. When he says there are many people in these last days, it's about for signs and wonders only. He even said, even with my count, my subscriber count, God is saying, and it's not everybody. It's not everybody. And this is not just for the subscribers. I'm talking in general. God is saying a lot of people in these last days are caught up in prophecy, and they are caught up in signs and wonders of hearing what's next, and even being enthralled with hearing what's the next prophecy. But outside of that, it's not going any deeper. They'll come up to hear, some people, it's just a daily horoscope. It's just a wonder. It's something to see. It's something to watch. And it gives you a thrill, and it gives you a euphoric feeling, right? To some, not really. Because there's two types of people. There's those they're just on a witch hunt. They come to see what you're doing, to complain about it and say something about it and teach against it. And then there are those that, you know what, you're really here for the things of God. You're really here to be encouraged because you're not getting that. And then so I guess it's three kinds. And then there's another kind that you feel like it's for God, but what you find is that you come and you get excited, but you leave the same way. You're not changing. You're not applying it to your life. You're not consistent with it in your life. And so now you need another fix. So you come back to get another prophecy. And what I hear God saying is, in these last days, a lot of people is seeing prophecy as for signs and wonders only. There's so many people who have high counts. There's people, you're getting there in the mills, and you're getting there in the high Ks. And the thing about it is, my brothers and sisters in Christ, it has nothing to do with you. You're truly just giving the word of God. But a lot of people, they're there for the signs and the wonders only. They like prophecy. They like the wow factor of it. They like to hear certain things, even if they're not hearing good things. They get on there, and it's exciting to them, and it encourages them, because we are in uncertain times. But it's nothing more than maybe just going to just watching entertainment, or just flipping on the daily horoscope to some. God is wanting his people to truly be repentant in their hearts and turn to him. Turn to him. Prophecy should not be such a wonder to you. Prophecy is the voice of God, meaning which you should be hearing on your own. It has become something where it seems like it's off limits, that people are so enamored by it, and they feel like, oh yes, this is when you should be only getting confirmation The prophecy should only be confirming what you've heard. It should only give you a little nudge in the direction that God was already steering you anyway. And God is saying it's time to be repentant in your hearts and to completely change. Completely change. It's not enough just to be getting prophetic words. This stuff is supposed to be applied in your life. This should be supplementary to what you're already doing in your own walk with Jesus Christ, searching the things of God, getting in the presence of the Lord, praising and worshiping his name. And prophecy should be something that just confirms what you have already had in your spirit. But God has shown me that there's so many people that's simply coming and simply, it may not even be my channel, other channels, to see what's next. And God is saying, be careful that you're not just doing this for signs and wonders, that you're not just following people for signs and wonders. There's some of you, God has even shown me, you watch these channels where there are miracles. And oh my gosh, and He's showing me something where even in some countries, in Africa and in other places, you're watching a lot of these things where people are being delivered and people are being, they're walking. And God says, be careful with that, because some of that stuff, it's not of God. Not all now. Not all. There are some people, they have the gift of healing, and they can lay hands and someone will recover. But you know what? So much has become of a show. There's so much that has become of entertainment. It's set up like entertainment. And God is saying that there's some of these establishments and some of these places that you're sitting and you're watching and you're watching some miracle happening and certain things going on, and you're just watching that, and you're just watching that, and you're just watching that. And that has even replaced your prayer time. That cuts into your worship and praise time, because you just got to watch. And God is saying some of these things that y'all are watching, it's not of God. Some of these things are just deception. Some, guys, keyword is some, because I know that there are prophets and there are missionaries and there are people that's out there that's truly doing the work of God. They're truly laying their hands on the sick and they're recovering. They've been given that gift. That is a valid gift. But what I'm saying to y'all is be careful. Use discernment with some of the things that you're watching, because some things that you're watching, God is saying it's not for you to be just sitting there and intaking it and watching it like that. And what's happening is you're getting fed darkness in your spirit, and you're wondering why you're having nightmares. You're wondering why you're having all types of weird stuff going on because of what you're looking at. And it's not for you to look. Even some things, guys, everything may be lawful, but it's not for you. Certain things, even if it's legitimate, sometimes, guys, you still have to use discretion in how much you're intaking, because you're watching a bunch of stuff. You're listening to people being their spirits are being released out of them, and they're screaming and all these things, and you're sitting there as an empty vessel just watching a demonic release of somebody, and you're sitting there with no word, no nothing, and wondering why all of a sudden your personality is changing, why suddenly stuff's going on in your house. You're listening to things and you got people in your house that's not covered or don't have anything in them, and you're just watching any old thing. But guys, to stick back to this topic that the Lord has laid in my heart is for signs and wonders only. And God is saying this is not enough. It's not enough that you're intaking and watching a bunch of prophecy and things. God is saying He wants a personal relationship with you. A personal relationship with you. Don't just get online, and when you get offline, you're a whole different person. You get offline, you don't open your word, you're not praying. God is saying it's for signs and wonders only. Let that not be you. This is the word of the Lord today.